Hey team, here's a quick video on how to log recipes into your MyFitnessPal. So first off, go to the More tab at the bottom, and you're going to see My Meals and Recipes. You're going to see some of my previous meals and recipes, and then I'm going to create one. So I'm going to enter ingredients manually, and I'm going to title this BAS, which stands for Big Ass Salad, and serving is going to be 1. So if you were to have, let's say, a home-cooked meal for your family, and you put all of the ingredients in at once, and then you can kind of portion out, okay, how much of that did I eat? Was it a sixth? So 6 servings. Was it a fourth or a quarter? 4 servings, whatever it might be. And then from there, for the salad, this is my usual lunchtime salad. I'm going to go to Add Ingredients. So the first ingredient is mixed greens. So I'm going to search for mixed greens. And as Suzanne mentioned, she's not too big on tracking the calories from greens because they tend to be fairly calorie-less. So with that, I'll just click on the 36 calorie 4 cup, give or take, so it's got something in there. From there, the other thing that I like to add into my salad is black beans. And with black beans, let's say they're complements. Let's see if we can find complements. 1 cup. So with that, I usually do about a half cup. An easy way to measure that is I'll look at what the total contents is on the container, and it's usually around 1.5 cup, and I have about 1/3 of that in my salad. So I add that in, half cup. Great. I also add in a can of tuna, which was cloverleaf peanut butter, which might pop up quickly because I tend to eat that quite a bit. Or it's not peanut butter, but peanut sauté. Tuna peanut saute, boom, voila, awesome. I'm gonna add Newman's Own as my dressing. We'll go with balsamic, but I do vary it. Where are we? Newman's Own Light Caesar. Newman's Own Special Blend. All right, so we've run into a bit of a conundrum here. Okay, we got balsamic vinaigrette down here. Again, one of the things that I learned too, I don't measure out my foods all the time consistently, but if I am creating a new recipe, then I will for that one time. I used to put in 2 tablespoons of salad dressing, decided to measure it. It was more like 4. So we're gonna add 4 tablespoons for that big ass salad. The other thing I like to put in there is sunflower seeds. And again, something you want to measure out, particularly foods that have higher content of fat. So it doesn't really matter. You're going to see 0.2 cups or 0.3 cups here. It's all kind of the same. What I tend to do for things like this is just take the one that's in the middle. So let's go 0.2 cups. And then I usually have... let's see, we can change this as well. So if we go to 1 cup, usually what I measure out is about 1/8 of a cup for sunflower seeds. So again, you don't have to get too particular. You don't have to sweat the small details, but just try and be relatively accurate with it, especially if it's something that you eat consistently. The last thing I put in my salad is tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, which again, not gonna have too many calories to it. But with that, okay, we have 1 cherry tomato. So let's say I counted 6. We'll throw in 6. And then boom, I have this recipe. It's gonna create it for me. Big ass salad, 629 calories, 30 grams of protein, carbs, fats. We're gonna save it. It is saved. And then from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add it to my day today. So we're gonna go for food. Let's go to diary. Yes, we're gonna go for food. Lunch, I did have some chicken earlier, so we'll add this to it. And then we go to recipes here. Big ass salad, add it in. I had 1 serving. Maybe if I had a little bit more than usual, I could increase that to 1.4 or whatever it is, but we're gonna say 1 serving for today. And then voila. So that's how you add recipes in. Again, you don't have to get too crazy. If you have a lot of spices and things like that, those tend to not have a ton of calories to them. But if you are using things like oils or whatever it might be, you just want to measure those out that one time you put in your recipe. And it's a great tool. I probably went 2 years of tracking before I used this tool. And then once I figured it out, I was like, oh my goodness, because I eat so many things very consistently. And I probably have this salad about 4 times a week. And if I mix it up a little bit, then I don't get too bogged down in making sure every ingredient is exactly perfect. Consistency is the key, and you want to avoid being overwhelmed and frustrated.